Hello guys, welcome to our first SunniSesh. Today we'll be taking a little bit of time to have a laid-back discussion about what's been going on since episode 1 of our podcast, which was The Curious Case of Conscious Copper. So I do want to apologize beforehand. It's super windy. We're recording Friday night and it's just super windy outside, and you're going to hear some stuff in the background, and that's okay because our SunniSesh is meant to be just a laid-back sort of discussion to have with you guys. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I do want to mention, if you have not seen episode 1, go ahead and check that out. Just check that out first, come back here, and then you'll be all caught up. If you're on YouTube, the link will be in the description, so you should be all set on that one. So let's dive in, shall we?
Yep. Okay, guys, get your snacks, get your drinks, and grab your EMF protection, and let's get started.
Let's do it.
So, the day after we released our first episode, I didn't even think that 10 people would see it, much less almost 100 is what it's at now.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, Conscious Copper, the owners of the site, saw our video or listened to our podcast the first day it came out, because literally the day after, a bunch of changes happened on the website.
Yes, and let us tell you about some of those. Would you like to dive into some of the first ones, Alexxa?
Yes, so the first main thing I noticed was every single review was deleted. You couldn't even, find the review page on the website. You had to enter the web page externally from Google. You couldn't even, find it on the website. So they completely fleshed out all the stupid reviews they had there that made no fucking sense.
Oh, yeah. And it was funny because we were talking about how dumb they were in the first episode, and suddenly now the reviews are gone.
Exactly. It's, weird. So I thought, maybe it's just a coincidence. Maybe we just caught it at the right time. But no, they absolutely listened to our podcast, because they deleted the little section where it had the Rainbow Man, where it explained the beam system.
Yeah. And we were harping on that one. We were saying oh, that's some bull crap. And yeah. So the day after, they deleted that one.
But they also deleted the sources that we had explained in the episode. They deleted all of them. You used to be able to find them at the bottom of every single page on the website. They just had little numbers with hyperlinks that connected to the website.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. They were all gone. There wasn't even a web page for them anymore. They just completely wiped that off the site.
Yeah, there's no reference section or anything. It was all gone.
And after I started noticing those first few changes, I was yeah, they totally listened to us and heard what we had to say about their website. So I decided I'm going to check the disclaimer. So I go to the disclaimer page, and they fixed the hyperlink that was there. It no longer leads to anything.
Yeah, the hyperlink's just gone.
Yeah, it's just gone.
It's not even something you can click anymore. Also, I noticed that at the bottom of any of the pages you go to, they put part of their disclaimer at the bottom of the page. Because I remember we discussed that it was hard to find the disclaimer. Mm-hmm. And so I think they heard that and was all right, let's just put it at the bottom of the page.
I think it scared them, because they're oh my gosh, these people are catching on to us. We need to make it a lot more obvious that our stuff is not legit and just put it out there so we can't be held accountable for the products we're selling.
Exactly.
So after the first day our episode was released and we looked at all of the changes that went on the website, we kind of just left it be for a little bit. But since we explained it in the first episode, we're just obsessed with this website. It's just so insane just seeing what goes on the website, because they're constantly changing it almost weekly, which is crazy to me. But
yeah.
So after a few days, we kind of just let it sit, and we decided we're just gonna call them, because the worst case scenario, they're just gonna not answer the phone. So we decided, we're going to call this woman and we're going to see what she has to say, because this isn't the number that's listed on the website. This is a personal one that we found after doing extensive research, and we found her phone number. So
yeah,
David decided to give it a call. So
yeah. And so if you remember in the first episode, we even like put her picture in there, blurred her face out.
Yeah.
We completely found her. And so we gave her a call, and let's listen to the audio. Hi, is this?
It is.
Oh, hi. My name is. I was looking at Conscious Copper, and I was wondering. And I tried to call the contact number, but it said it wasn't working. And I found this number, and I wanted to inquire about some of the products. Is there any ones that you?
What is it?
Conscious Copper.
What is it for? Oh, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
No. Is available? I think it was. Is that the?
Yeah, but that's not something that we sell.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said. You're kind of breaking up there. What'd you say?
Are you looking for something that we're selling?
Yeah. No, like this number was tied to the Conscious Copper. It was on the contact.
Weird. I have no idea, because that's totally our names, but Conscious Copper is not something that we sell.
Are you sure? Interesting.
I am equally as confused as you are, and
That's
I
fair.
actually would like to look into it more.
That's definitely fair.
Because I'm like, wait, that's totally our names, and that's totally our phone number. Totally not our business.
That's fair.
Okay. Is it just something you found online?
Yeah. It was on consciouscopper.com, and there was like a contact number, and it said that number wasn't working, so I just kind of like looked it up, and it led me to this number, and it said like there was attached to this number, or to the website.
So weird.
Rather.
Yeah, I have no. Yeah, no, it's not like we have a business or anything like that. So I have no idea why it would attach our names to that. That's so weird. Is it like what kind of thing is it?
It was about like an EMF. There was like EMF stuff, and I was just like, oh, this is really interesting. So I just wanted to kind of see what the products were about. Like, is there like EMF protection?
Weird.
There was like necklaces and stuff. It was kind of interesting. I just wanted to see what they were about.
No, we have no sort of business like that, so I don't know why our phone numbers are part of that. Sorry.
Got you. Okay. Well, I do apologize to call you at such an ungodly hour, and so.
No problem at all. It's totally fine. We were up, and we will try to figure out why our numbers are part of that.
All
Thanks
right.
for the
Sounds
heads
great.
up.
Yeah, no problem. All right. Have a good
Have
one.
a good night. Bye.
Okay, so there's a lot to unpack here.
Oh, yeah.
So after David recorded that phone call, I listened to the recording, and I just noticed stuff like one after another. Like the first real thing that I noticed is she was getting so defensive.
Oh, yeah. She was like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, I know if somebody were to call me asking me about something I didn't know, the first thing I would say is, I have no idea what that is. I wouldn't say, oh, I don't sell that. That makes no sense.
Exactly.
Like, what she's saying made no sense as to what you were asking. She's like, oh, I don't sell that. I don't sell that. I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm. And one thing, and sorry, my voice was different. I had almost got into a car crash the other day, screamed in my car, threw out my voice. So my voice is a little bit deeper in that. Just if you notice that's the reason why.
It's okay, we've all been there.
Exactly. But if you notice, she started out getting really defensive, thinking maybe I was some weird guy trying to, I don't know, insult her about this website or anything. And as she realized that I was kind of not really being a threat in any way, she sort of like stepped back, started chilling out, was like, oh, yeah, I don't know. It's funny, right?
Yeah, because that logic didn't really make sense to like what she was saying. And I think you just really scared the actual shit out of her. I think you really horrified her. So I think that's probably why she got really defensive. But you can hear, as he was saying, later in the phone call, she's just like, oh yeah, I don't know, like we don't sell anything like that. Like, instead of being like, we don't sell that. And she's like, no, we don't have any ties to Conscious Copper. I don't know that website.
Yeah, her whole demeanor in this entire phone call was just very sketchy to me. It didn't really match up with somebody who was actually confused about it. Because like you said, if someone called me and said, I own this company and wanted to ask questions about it, I'd be like, how is my number even attached to this? I don't understand. Where did you get this number? What is the number on the website exactly? What does that one say? I would try to figure out how it's tied. She was just like trying to brush it off. Like, I don't know.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be like that. I would just be like, no, you definitely have the wrong number. Like,
That
I know.
too, yeah.
Because I know for a fact, like, I don't have any tie to this website. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So I'd be like, oh, I wouldn't assume that they're like saying like, oh, you're selling this or whatever. I would be like, oh, no, like you definitely have the wrong number. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I wouldn't get super defensive and say, I don't sell that.
Yeah, exactly.
I know everybody reacts differently and stuff like that, but I mean, that was just a very huge red flag for me. So I definitely think she's lying. Like, duh.
I feel like it's pretty outlandish in a lot of ways, the way she reacted.
Exactly. You said ungodly hour, but I mean, she lives in a time zone that's like way earlier than ours. So I mean,
oh really? Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, it was an ungodly hour for us. I think it was probably like 11. So for her, it was like a few hours under that. So it was fine for her. But
okay, yeah. I just wanted to cover my bases on that to try to diffuse, make her feel more comfortable in that sense. So, but yeah, that was our audio, and so we thought we'd share that with you. So would you like to discuss now what the website looks like today?
So basically, after we did the phone call, we let it just sit for another week, and the site changed a bunch, as it did right when we released the episode. So the first thing I noticed was the reviews again. They were almost all back up. Like, the review page was back up, but there wasn't any last names anymore.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you remember in the first episode, we were talking about how stupid their names were. Yeah. And it's just kind of funny that they got rid of all the last names.
Yeah, and all the reviews don't make any sense still. I mean, a lot of them now are like negative, but they're still 5 stars, like even more negative than the ones we were finding. They're like, this broke after a week of having it. This is not good. And it's just like 5 stars.
It's so weird to me how they would do that.
So what I found out, actually, because I was like, I'm going to write a review and see what happens. So you put your name, you put your phone number, and then you write the review, and then the admin has to approve it. So this woman has to approve what's going on her website. So of course she's not going to accept all of these ones that are 1 star. She's only accepting these ones that are 5 stars, because that was even before she had re-uploaded the fake reviews. So she definitely saw the reviews that we had and chose not to put them up because they were not there.
Yep, exactly. And then also with the Beam description, they fixed, because they had a typo for the word mental. It said like menatol or something like that. Mm-hmm. And then they fixed that too.
Yeah, they put the Beam actually back up on the website and then fixed it.
Yes. I forgot to mention they did put it back up and fixed the typo. And all of these things combined really does show that they did see our episode, which was kind of crazy to me.
Mm-hmm. It's funny to me because they saw everything that we critique them on, and they're just like, oh, well, I'm not actually going to change what I'm doing. I'm just going to change the methods of how I'm scamming people. I'm not actually just going to be a decent human. So
yeah, absolutely.
So everything kind of came to a head a few days ago. So there wasn't really any changes on the website, and they have this little chat bot in the corner that you can message for just basic product questions, and you can ask where your order is, like tracking on that. So I kind of thought I'm going to try to use this message system, and going into it, I did not think I was going to get anywhere. I was almost certain, like, this is a bot, and they're just, like, asking for, like, shipping information or answering basic questions. So the question that it prompts you with, like, when you first open the chat just says something along the lines of, hey, if you have any questions, just type it in the chat, or you can click here to view your order. So I clicked that, and then I said, never mind, because there's another button you can do after that prompt to click never mind.
Right.
And then, so from now on, I'm just going to read what I put in the chat, and David's going to read the quote-unquote customer service representative.
Yes. Okay. Let's do it. If you need any additional help, send me a message.
I need help with the product.
How can we help?
Can you please explain the beam?
This is our embedded bioenergetic attunement mechanism.
What does that do?
It helps bring consciousness and awareness for EMF.
Oh, okay. So does it offer protection then? Smiley face.
Exactly.
Sweet. Can I ask another question?
How can we help?
I cut the shit. I was like, I'm doing a video on your website and I would love to have a phone interview with the owner of the site. Could I get in contact with them?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Please send us an email and we will get back to you. hello@consciouscopper.com.
I said, absolutely. Thank you so much. I hope to hear from them soon. Is this automated?
The email?
No, the person I'm talking to.
Nope, we're here.
Thank you. I'm excited to hear back. Thank you so much. Are you the owner? Sorry, I'm just excited to hear back.
No, sorry. We're just customer service.
It's okay. Thank you so much for your help. Could I get your name or customer service number to include in the email exchange? I would just like to mention that I chatted with someone.
Please reference your case number 261SC.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your help. Are you associated with Conscious Copper, or are you a contracted worker? If you can answer that.
I'm not sure I understand the question.
Are you hired to work by the owners of the website, or do you work for a third-party site such as Shopify to help answer questions? Sorry, my last question was vague.
I am not sure. Let me ask.
Okay. Also, that email doesn't work. It said that the email hello@consciouscopper.com isn't found.
What would be your best contact information for a response? Sorry, hello@consciouscopper.com. It was misspelled.
Okay, let me try that. The best contact response would be, and then I put her email, thank you so much for your help today. And that was the last thing I said. So again, with this chat, there was pretty big red flags to me. So the first one was that I really noticed after the conversation was the email. So they said that the email was misspelled, but I didn't type out that email. I literally just copy and pasted the email to my email. So they misspelled that themselves. So
Yeah.
I thought that was kind of weird.
Yeah, they forgot a C in conscious.
So that kind of made me feel like, okay, like this is actually like a person, because I know that there's some like crazy AI shit out there where I'm like, okay, this solidifies it. This is like a human.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing that was really, really fishy to me was when you said you could do an interview with them, and they were like, absolutely. And if they're just a customer service representative, how would they be able to speak on the owner's behalf?
Well, that's why I asked them if they were the owner. I was like, so are you the owner? Because even then I was like, okay, so I'm talking to you know who. I can't say her name, but
Yeah.
I'm talking to the owner of the site. So I think that kind of scared her, because she didn't want us to realize that we were talking to her, but we know it's her just by the way she's talking. And this is just very similar to how the other conversation went when we called her, because it's like the same logic. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
She's just like trying to cover her steps, like, oh no, like that's not me, or oh no, I'm not the owner. Like, we can tell, Sweaty. Like, we know.
Yep.
So I thought that was like super suspicious. So I just knew from a fact. I'm like, I'm gonna email these hoes and they're not gonna get back to me. Shocker, they did not. But I'm gonna read you guys the email anyways.
Okay. Yeah, let's hear it.
So basically, I just started out the email. I had to retype it because the one they sent me was spelled wrong. I said, "Hello there. We've been doing extensive research into your company and would love to do an interview with the owner. After talking to whomever was in charge of running the chat, they said that the owners wouldn't mind doing an interview with us. The reference case number was 261SC. We look forward to hearing from you." And then I just signed it the Sunny Crew.
Okay. Absolutely. And they never replied, you said?
No. I mean,
dang.
I think, again, they're still just like, "Oh, I thought these hoes would leave us alone, but they were wrong."
Yep. Well, dang, I guess that kind of leaves it on a cliffhanger, huh?
It really does. I mean, there's nothing really more to say. We did all of the research. I even bought a Spokio membership just to see their phone number on the website. Of course, it's like a fake Google number. Which makes it even more like sketch because it's not even like a legitimate phone number.
Right,
that leads
exactly.
To anything. So, yeah, we really went deep on this research, and I called this woman on her actual phone number. If she leaves a message for me or if she calls back, we will definitely let you guys know. But as of right now, that's all we really have. But
we just thought we'd update you on this to tell you what's been going on and kind of some of the fishy things that has been happening on the website. And yeah.
So if you guys like this sort of content, if you like the laid back style, let us know. I just really wanted to experiment with this. I knew automatically after we uploaded the first episode, I knew that we were gonna probably have to check back in on Conscious Copper. So yeah, just let us know if you like this style of content and we'll see what we can do, get some more content up for you guys. But thank you guys so much for chatting with us today.
Yeah.
And we will catch you guys on Monday.
Have a good one. And remember to stay sunny.
Stay sunny.